Greetings and salutations. Is my mic on? It is. Okay. So this is gonna be another unboxing video, and the thing about this one is it's gonna be part stuff I ordered for myself and part stuff my boyfriend sent me, and I got all the boxes that went at the same time, so I don't know what's what, so that's the point of unboxing it. So I'm in a long-distance relationship. My boyfriend lives in a state on the other side of the country, and it's pretty cool. He's finishing school, and then hopefully he'll move out here. But for my birthday, he sent me stuff, and then some of the stuff that he sent didn't arrive until like just now, so I'm gonna open it. Except usually when we send each other gifts and care packages, we Skype, but it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, and that means it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning where he's at, and excuse me, and he goes to school and does normal people shit during the day at a normal people time, where I work evenings. Don't even wake up until noon. But, so I wake up at noon and then don't even go to bed until like 4 in the morning here. But, so since there's time difference is a load of shit, and he has school and he's gonna graduate soon, he said that since I already opened the first stuff that he sent me, and he like saw it because it's cute to open presents in front of the person, that it's okay, because it's been a little bit since the second stuff came. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this is for Victor, and also for you, all three of you. Hello. I got some positive feedback on a couple of my videos, and a couple people told me to talk about metal some more. So I'm just gonna chit-chat away while I open my shit and talk about what I'm opening, what I got, talk about why I got it. Yeah. So let's go. Okay. So I'm a spoiled fucking brat, and like, I collect garbage plastic bullshit. I have a huge CD collection, a huge book collection, a huge band shirt collection, button collection, like pin collection. I just have a lot of crap, and I don't stop buying crap because I have disposable income, and it's terrible, and it's bad. Help me stop buying crap. Well, it's mostly like useful crap, like books and CDs, stuff that I use, but I also collect like the tiny My Little Pony figures, and that's just because they're cute, and like $2. I can spare $2 when I go run errands. But I just buy useless crap, and I can't stop it. I don't have like a problem, I just have like a collection. But yeah, so okay, this one, a little tiny box. Let me locate the scissors. That's a Doors poster. That's a typo negative, like, original magazine used image, like that they put in a magazine. I got it framed. That's some other shit I collect. Or that was given to me that I collect and enjoy. Opening the box. Okay, so some of you might be looking at this because I linked it from my Tumblr. Some of you probably don't give a shit about Tumblr. There's probably only like a handful of you watching this, like of anybody watching this, but I just want to say that I'm really glad Dude. Goodness. I'm really glad that there's not, like, social justice warriors about metal and, like, how, like, I don't read, like, Rolling Stone or whatever, but I've never seen lately, or since I've been alive, really, anyone get all up in arms about, like, extreme metal and, like, this song's called Stripped, Raped, and Strangled, that's so awful, and, like, oh my god, and, like, there's the thing about, there's the, oh, like, the jazz interpretation of Cannibal Corpse, and that was because, like, that was making fun of why they weren't allowed to play at that show, and I think recently there's been, like, some guy from, like, some mainstream music magazine went to a Watain show. He's like, what the fuck is this? It's Watain. It's black metal. Like, I don't know what you were expecting, but you got blood and guts all over you and bullshit and Satan worshipping and all that jazz. So I'm just glad there's not, like, Tipper Gore Morality Squad anymore. At least not that I've known. Like, no one's like, oh my god, don't listen to this band. Don't listen to him. This guy's a terrible person. And, like, people just need to pick and choose their battles. Like, yeah, Varg killed somebody. And yeah, he burned down churches, and yeah, he's, like, huge misogynist, anti-Semite, blah blah blah, but it's like, that's kind of like an like, I don't know what kind of metal you're listening to, but if you're gonna listen to, like, black metal, you gotta know that there's, like, I'm not defending that, like, that's bad shit, that's not cool, but you kinda gotta separate the music from the person that makes the music, and, like, yeah, like, that's killing people's not cool, even though Euronymous seemed like an ass, and from my understanding, kind of, like, drove, like, Dead was gonna probably kill himself no matter what, but, like, he was like, oh yeah, do it, fuck the posers, fuck them up, fuck them all, fuck death metal, and so, like, you kind of, if someone's suicidal, you shouldn't encourage that behavior, even if it would be really cool, cause, like, that's what but, like, a big problem with, like, social justice people is, like, you can't enjoy this because this person is problematic, this person said this terrible thing, this person punched somebody when they were, like, 16, like, but the thing that they it's entertainment. The thing they made is cool. Like, you just gotta pick and choose your battles. Another thing I wanted to say in that same vein is I should be opening this box. This is a video about opening a box. Several box. Not my box. No. What the fuck? Is, like, people are like, don't listen to Led Zeppelin anymore because one of them fucked a kid, and it's like, I don't know if it was Jimmy Page or Robert Plant, but apparently one of them had sex with a 14-year-old girl, like, after a show or something, and that's not cool, but A, it was the 70s, B, my hair looks gigantic. It's a hat. I'm wearing a hat. A, it was the 70s. The 70s, it's my understanding, were pretty fucking weird. B, have you ever been 14? C, have you ever been 14 and in love with a band? Cause, shit, when I was 13, 14, that's when I first got into metal, and one of the first bands I started listening to was Amon Amarth. And fucking Johan Hegg, all of them actually, but dang, I was into it. I was like, yes. All of this, yes. So, it was the first first metal show I went to, unless you count Primus, but first metal show I went to. I'm 13 years old, I'm with my dad, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? But, when I met the band, like, I had all these, like, oh, it'd be so cool if Johan gave me a smooch. Oh, Johan, give me a smooch, give me a smooch. But, like, looking back on it, he is twice my age. I don't think, like, 20, 30-something-year-old man giving a 13-year-old girl a smooch is, like, even if that was on the cheek, that's a little fucking weird. But, like, I respectfully shook his hand. Firm grip. Such a bullshit video. But, like, have you ever been 14? Like, I'm not gonna say you should fuck children, but if you had the chance to fuck your idol, or fuck a famous person, and, like, you forget that you're 14, and that's not cool that you're 14 and they're whatever age. But you're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this person. I'm gonna just see if I can fuck them. That'd be so cool. They're so hot. Oh my god. So, like, it's not cool, but from the person's perspective, that's like, I fucked Robert Plant. That's pretty fucking cool. But, okay, don't burn down churches, don't be a Nazi, don't have sex with children, but, sorry, like, all this is gonna be held against me, I'm sure. But, that's what I have to say about that shit. Another thing I wanted to talk about, while I'm not opening this box at all, is, I got a Cthulhu! Yay! I got a Cthulhu! Ah! Says, the monster lies dead but dreaming in the city of R'lyeh, a place of non-Herculean madness presents unmercifully sunken below the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Imprisoned beneath the sea, he waits to return. Ah! That's so fucking cool. So, yay! This is Cthulhu, Master of R'lyeh. So I'm really into H.P. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft's fucking sick. I made... High school, we had to make a fish out of clay for ceramics. Me being a little asshole, I decided I'm gonna make a Cthulhu. He's a marine creature. So I made like a bust, and it was okay, but it wasn't like the figure. And if you want to get like the figure, it's like the only one I can find is like for some board game, and you get like 30 of them. I don't need 30 of them. I just want the one. But yay! So there's Funko Pop. And it's super cool. Thank you, Victor. I love it. And it's gonna go on my bookshelf with my collection of plastic garbage and my books. Yay! I also have like a Ouija board and like some skulls. Not real skulls. That'd be spooky. But it's gonna live there. Yay! I have a little Cthulhu. What is this? Oh, facts and questions. Can I return my order? Do I give a shit? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's just like shipping bullshit. So, another thing I was gonna say about metal is I'm really sad. Like, this was like a handful of months, not like about a year ago or whatever. I'm kind of sad that Carcass had such a fucking cool artwork called cover art called Surgical Steel, and it was a bunch of like surgical instruments, because that's what I do for a living. I clean and sterilize surgical instruments. So I knew like there was like random bullshit on there that's not actual like surgical instruments. But I was really fucking excited because it's Carcass and like gore grind and actual surgical instruments. That's so fucking cool. That's what I'm into. That's what I do. They're like the reason that I got into it. That I got into like medicine and shit. And cause like gore's cool. Gore's gross. Don't murder. Gore's really cool and interesting. And and there's music that talks about it. And I got a job doing it because it's so cool and interesting. Actually, no joke. I went to the Napalm Death Exhumed show. Who else was there? I forgot who else was there. Iron Reagan. And I'll talk about them in a second. Napalm Death Exhumed show. And I think his name's Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Hope you find your dad. I told him my little story, and I brought him my badge from work, my hospital badge, and he thought it was fucking awesome. He thought it was really fucking crazy, too, that I, like, got into it so much that, like, once a week I'm in the whole scrubbing blood and guts off shit, but someone's gotta do it, and it's really cool. But I was just disappointed that, I don't have any more. I don't have Swan Song. I don't have like any of the newer Carcass. I got Heartwork because that was the first album that like I heard them before I heard like Corporal Jigsaw Quandary and stuff like that. But so I got Heartwork, and that's like the only newer Carcass I have. And then so I bought Surgical Steel because it seemed so fucking cool. And it's not gore grind really, it's more thrashy. There's not really like the gore lyrics that I look for in my gore grind. I'll have to give another listen because I came out disappointed and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I just think it was a wasted opportunity. Like, if you're gonna have such a fucking, like, I'm just passionate about this. You're gonna have such a fucking cool band album cover and album title, and you're not even gonna, like, they didn't use it up to its full potential, I guess, but I don't know. It's just kind of like, oh. Another thing, this looks like a shirt. Do 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 do. Hell fucking yeah, motherfuckers. I'm on a Mars. Okay. Awesome. It's blue. It's so pretty. This kind of bit is so pretty. And it has runes in the back. I forgot. I used to be able to read runes. But, I forgot. I can, like, I don't know what the fuck that says. Okay, so I have, like, 2 other Amon Amarth shirts, but I use them as pajama shirts, and the only Amon Amarth shirt I really, like, wear out is the one I got from the show, like, back in 2007, so it's kinda, like, old and shit, and it was, like, the first band shirt, but, so I need another one, and thank you, Victor, very much for sending me this. Yay, I love you lots. And yay, it's all pretty and cool and shit. In the back reminds me of my favorite Pop-Tart flavor. It's all pink and, or it's purple and blue. It's my favorite Pop-Tart. Wild cherry. So yeah, it's a sick battle. There's shit going on. And I like it a lot, and it's pretty. Yay! Okay. There's this. Okay, so about, like, Iron Reagan. I don't have a problem with, like, 80s style thrash coming back. Like, 80s thrash revival. It's cool. I like it. I like Municipal Waste. I like Warbringer. I like all that. It's just a lot of them, to me, don't sound very dissimilar. Like, it's all like a similar sound. And I know, okay, I found out the guy from Municipal Waste is in Iron Reagan, so that's probably why. But, like, like party thrash, it's like, if you listen to too much of it, it starts to all bleed together. And it's a good sound. I like it. You just gotta, like, mix it up or whatever. The reflection on my hat makes it look like Glenn Danzig with a giant hair. But what I was gonna say about Iron Reagan. So they were at the Napalm Death. They played at the Napalm Death show. Also, Black Crown Initiate and Pathology were there, or not. I don't fucking know the band's name. It wasn't Pathology. It was something like that. Some thrash or some gore, some grindcore band. Was there. Sorry about that. And Voivod. Anyway, so Iron Reagan was there. It was a pretty good show. I liked it a lot. The songs are like, boop. But it just seemed like the 80s were 30 years ago now. And, like, why are you still talking about Reagan? Like, I haven't, like, actually looked in their lyrics, but a lot of the, like, the imagery is just, like, Ronald Reagan. And it's like, I'm the first president I was alive for was Clinton. So I'm a 90s baby. But, like, it just seems like there's gonna be a lot of, like, not connection. 'Cause, like, there's, like, 12-year-old kids, 14, 15-year-old kids at the show, and they're like, who the fuck is Reagan? And it's like, you listen to, like Suicidal Tendencies and Dead Kennedys and all that, and, like, they talk about, like, the past and, like, past presidents, and that's the politics at the time. But it just seems like a weird thing to bring back. Like, he's not our like, I guess because it's, like, 80s revival. He's just not our president, and it's like, like, I don't know. Like, you can do whatever you want, you can listen to whatever you want. It just seems like, why are we talking about, or why do we have all this imagery from something 30 years ago? It just seemed like not, like, politically relevant, I guess. I don't know. It's whatever. They're a good band. I like it. I like the music. It's cool. It's really fun. But it just seemed like weird that they would still have that and have that as, like, a topic. Or, like, it's on their shirts and shit. Like, it's fucking 2015. But whatever. They're still, like, his policies and politics still affect shit. And it's, like, religious right and all that nonsense. So, yeah, there's still that. And in this creepy-looking bag box, cardboard container, is something I ordered for myself. It says Dirty Old London. The Victorian Fight Against Filth by Lee Jackson. and meticulous research, blah blah blah, Yale University. It's talking about like horse poop and like people shitting in the streets and germs and all that. So I read what there's the book about Typhoid Mary. I forget the name, but a book about that. It was really cool. But I recently just finished The Invention of Murder, which is about Victorian, like how murder was a form of entertainment and talking about murder and everything's a play based on someone how they were killed and how the police were formed and Sherlock Holmes and just like how it all came about, how like the police force came about and how like murder as an entertainment was an aspect of like Victorian life and how that changed and evolved, and it was really neat. And then I'm a huge fucking nerd and I listen to NPR. I really enjoy Fresh Air with Terry Gross, and this guy was one of the guests or book reviews. So it talks about Victorian yuckiness and how like there would be people that would collect your shit off the side of the road, put it in a box, and then sell it. People sold other people's shit because it was just everywhere. Like, oh, you need fertilizer? Here, I'm gonna collect your shit for you. Oh, let me get your shit out of the way. Like, literally. So that's exciting. That's interesting. Thing about that, invention of murder that was different was, it kind of felt like one of those books that you have to know what they're already talking about. It was a lot of, like, references to other things, but the way, I guess, England or London is set up, is like Stratton on Avon Street, this upon that street, it happened on this upon that street next to Mary Place or whatever, and it's like, I don't know where any of like, there wasn't a map. There wasn't, like, any frame of reference. It was written by some British lady, but, like, I don't know where, I'm a 22-year-old girl in Phoenix, Arizona, I don't know where the fuck that is, but, like, it just it was different how, like, everything was in, like, a compartmentalized, like, grid, and that contributed to the filth that I'm gonna read about soon, but it was just, like, it was cute how everything was on, like, a grid in, like, a city and stuff, because I live in the suburbs, I don't live in the city, but it was neat, so, it was neat, it was different, I learned a lot, if you like, Macabre, they talk about some of the people that Macabre has, done songs about, in that book. Bella the Butcher is talked about. Not Bella the Butcher. One of them. It was on Scary Tales, Grim Scary Tales. Oh, they talk about this song about all the insurance fraud. That one. All the insurance fraud, and they talk about, so there's like, as soon as life insurance existed, people were like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. They talk about, I don't know if they really talk about Sweeney Todd, because I finished a couple months ago, but, they talk about Jack the Ripper toward the end, because that was like toward the end of Victorian times. And yeah, it was pretty good. I would read that book. It's long, it's thick, but if you're into murder and history and like different shit, it's a good book. Okay, so last box. big ol' box. Don't locate my location, please. Scissors. Attractive. I don't know if any, I'm not gonna, this is a long ass video, I don't feel like watching it after I already make it. I don't know if any of what I just said about the book was even heard because the fucking microphone was over here. Okay. Do. Ooh. What do I got in here? Oh my god, that's huge. Okay, so this was stuff that I ordered for myself. Again. This is called Betty Phil by George Hodgman. And you can hear the review about it on fucking NPR's Fresh Air with Terry Gross, because that's where I heard about it. But it's a memoir. It's about this guy, and he has to go back and take care of his, like, dying mother, and it's this, like, bodunk little tiny teensy dot on the map town, and he has to deal with his mom, and there's nothing to do there, really, and he has to deal with his mom, and his mom's still, like, this grown-ass man, mom's an old-ass lady. He has to deal with the fact that his mom still hasn't, like, adjusted to the fact that he's gay, and being, like, going from, I forgot where he lived before, but going from, like, the big city where there's, like, a big gay scene and all that, to, like, this teensy little town that he grew up in, and it's, like, dealing with his dying mom and all that, and it just seemed really interesting and really neat. I wanted to read it, so I bought it. They didn't have it at the physical bookstore, so I bought it online, and you can listen to the review and the interview on fucking NPR, because it's where I heard about this book, because I'm a huge fucking nerd. So there's that. And then the other thing that it's huge is battery powered motor. What the fuck? Okay. So I had I got it when I visited Victor. But I had the little Bowser motorbike that I got at, like, a 24-hour Walgreens, because Bowser's my favorite, because he's fucking awesome. But then, so, like, the other day, I wake up, and my dog, who you've met, was chewing on something, and I look, I'm like, what are you chewing on? I just thought it was a toy or treat or something. It was my fucking Bowser figure. She ate it and destroyed him. I was very sad. Oh, I wanted another Bowser. And I thought, well, fuck, I already have the motorbike. Why not get the car with it? So, yay! I just wanted the Bowser, but, like, I wasn't gonna pay $20 fucking for just the Bowser when I could buy the Bowser and the car. So, yay. And then it gives me something to put together and all that jazz. So, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimpin' in it. Oh, apparently you're not allowed to quote songs anymore. Because that's what, like, you're not allowed to, like, sing a song, even if you're just singing it. Because I watch a lot of Game Grumps, and they were talking about that, and it's like, because you can, like, get in trouble for singing a song, but what are people, I haven't looked into it, what are people that do, like, actual music reviews going to do if they can't put the song on? What are people going to do that put, like, them singing on? What? Well, that's a tiny little star. That's got a choking hazard. What are people gonna do that are like, oh, listen to me sing? What are people gonna do that do, like, guitar covers and, like, all that if you can't even, like, sing a song of Sixpence? If you can't even sing the song, like, quote the song in a sing-songy voice, what the fuck are people gonna do? Like, do these bands really care that I'm singing this song? Like, I know YouTube doesn't want to get in trouble, Google doesn't want to get in trouble, but it just seems like, really? What are people gonna do that upload, like, an actual fucking, like, I know you put a copyright disclaimer, I don't own this album, I just uploaded it. What are people gonna do that do that? Not for a living, but just for, like, hey, listen to this album. 'Cause, like, a lot of music I get into is that way. Like, how do I put his fucking link back on? It is, oh, let me listen to this song before I go, and I have a CD collection, go and physically actually buy this album. So, it just seems, I don't know anything about it other than Game Grumps are sad because they can't, like, sing songs anymore. They can't make references in song form. Okay, so I got Bowser. Got my Bowser again. He's gonna live on my bookshelf, where hopefully he does not get it destroyed by a little dog. And I'm very happy. I'm gonna put the car together later. Give me something fun to do. It says it's motorized and battery powered. Is there a motor in here? Oh, it's K'NEX, but so it's not Lego, but it's like a little K'NEX motor, and you turn it on off. You gotta put batteries in there. Do I need a screwdriver? There's a screw in the bottom. I don't know if I need a screwdriver. But, that's cool. Yay! Motorized vehicles. I remember I was in, like, 4th, 5th grade. We had Lego time, and then you got to, like, make simple machines, and sometimes machines, like, with batteries out of, like, specific Lego sets, and I always thought that was really fucking cool. So anyway, it's probably a long-ass video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. Don't murder people, even if they're assholes. Don't burn down churches. Don't be an asshole. Don't have sex with children. Don't hate the Jews. Don't do it. Don't do it. I just think that you can, like, endorse somebody's, not endorse, but, like, enjoy someone's art form, art, music, whatever, even if they're a shitty person and you don't agree with their views, because their art is not their views. Not necessarily, but, more of this is discussed, probably more articulately, is discussed in the Metal Injection podcast, most recent Metal Injection podcast livecast. So I'm a huge fucking nerd and I listen to podcasts. That's a good show. You should listen to that show. It's a good show. They talk about, it's called Rustic Racism. They talk about Varg gave, like, love advice, and it's just a bunch of, like, misogynistic, neckbeard, eugenics, racist bullshit crap. And, like, there's people, like, defending him or whatever in the comments, and it's like, oh, it's Var, you should be able to say, like, if you only want to have sex with white people, yeah, do that, but what did he just, it's, he's nasty. He's gross. But I like his music. And then, oh, okay. Something about that podcast is, one of the comments was like, he revolutionized a genre, blah, blah, blah. And then, so one of the guys on the show, who doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't listen to black metal, but he doesn't listen to, like, tin can, like, they make jokes about how it sounds like a tin can. Side note, I actually told, so when I was at the Exhumed show, they had the re-release, they re-recorded the first album. I told the goddamn guitarist, I prefer when my metal sounds like it's recorded on a potato. Like, not into, if it sounds good, it sounds good, but kinda into lo-fi, like, tin can, recorded on potato, basement, whatever, that kind of stuff. But, so one of the comments that they were reading was like, he revolutionized a genre, blah, blah, blah. So they played some Burzum, and then they're like, this isn't revolutionary, blah, blah, blah. So Varg Vikernes is Count Grishnak from Mayhem. Like, that's how he killed the guy. He killed the Anonymous. But Mayhem is kind of a big fucking deal. Like, there's black metal bands before that, but they kind of did revolutionize a genre and a look and just like an image. They definitely made an image of black metal. So like, I don't know if they knew, they work at Metal Injection, they probably knew that. But he did help revolutionize black metal and metal in a whole, I guess. So, also it was really funny. They were talking about how, like, what does Burzum even mean? And it's a word from Tolkien, it means like darkness in the black language or whatever. And you're like, what a fucking nerd. His previous name, Count Grishnak, it's a character in goddamn, that's a character in Lord of the Rings too. And, Amon Amarth is the name of Mount Doom in Lord of the Rings language, some language. But, even fucking, like, all of, like, Led Zeppelin's, like, it's Tolkien. But yeah, he's a huge fucking nerd, but he's also a racist asshole. But, like, he helped put black metal, like, on the map. I don't know, he was important. So there's that. And then, I was gonna say something else. I don't have, like, I should probably make, like, a list of, like, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that. Let's talk about Varg. Oh, okay, so I have another story about that. I was at this is, like, random bullshit garbage, this long-ass video, no one's gonna watch it. But I was in San Francisco last year, around the same time last year, like, March. And I went to the Oddities place. I wish I was into Oddities in New York, this seems cool. But, I was at the Oddities San Francisco. And the guy that worked there had a cute puppy sleeping in the back, and it was a Boston Terrier. I think Boston Terrier is really fucking cute. And, oh, I know what I was gonna, I'll tell that after. And I was like, that's a really cute puppy, what's his name? And he says, his name is Varg. And I'm like, oh, like Varg Vikernes? Like from Mayhem? Like from Burzum? He's like, no, Varg means wolf. How do you name... Okay, it was a Boston Terrier, so it had, like, corpse paint. How do you name a geesh dang dog a Varg and work at the Oddities store and not know about Varg Vikernes? Like, what? No. Whatever. It was like, oh, Varg means wolf. And I'm like, yeah, I know. but you named your dog Varg. And there's, like, pretty infamous metal dude named that calls himself Varg. So, I don't know how... He didn't seem to know what I was talking about, and that was kind of sad. So, like, oh, okay. So besides black metal and revolutionizing a look and a genre, I just want to say that I'm really, really fucking happy about this fact. So in the 70s, Rob Halford, Judas Priest, Looking for a Look. I saw this on, like, some documentary on, like, VH1 or some shit a couple years ago. Looking for a look, looking to look all hard and hardcore and all that. So they go to a fucking sex store and get a bunch of, like, BDSM bullcrap, and that's what they wore, that's what they wear. Rob Halford's gay, so he's bare. Muscle bear, probably. But, like, leather bear, the fact that, like, leather bears and leather and spikes and black and all that made it into metal, and, like, that's what's, like, spooky, hardcore, oh, so cool, makes me so fucking happy. Like, I love that connection. Also, I don't really, excuse me. Hair metal's cool. I like it. It's cool. I need to listen to more. I like Poison. Twisted Sister, they're cool. How do you not like Twisted Sister? But I think it's really fucking cool that, like, back in the day, like in the 80s and shit, like, how do I make it so that your dad's gonna say, what the fuck is this band? What are you listening to? This is garbage, this is nonsense. Like, so spooky. Like, what are... Not so spooky, that's like black metal. But, it's like, oh, so spooky, I'm scared. That's, like, the black metal look. But, like, so, like, outrageous, all that is not to dress in drag, but, like, to put on makeup and make yourselves look like outrageous women, because that would, like, oh, they were wearing makeup and fishnets and their hair's all big. What the fuck is this? I just think that's, like, really cool that they went with, like, we're gonna be subversive, so let's go in this direction. People are gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit? And so I just think that's, like, really cool. Like, you're gonna say I look like a woman, and you're gonna be like, what is this? And then it's gonna, people go, like, outsider people go, like, what is it? But it's really fucking cool. So, like, that's kind of cool that they went in that direction. Like, how are we going to offend parents? I know. Let's make up ourselves, like, $2 hookers or some shit. Like, blue eyeshadow, giant hair, sparkle spandex. Like, you're gonna say, oh, that's an ugly woman. That's a man. I just think that's a cool thing. I think that's cool that they went with that. But, okay, so that was the things that I got. I got a Cthulhu. I got Dead But Dreaming. I got a Cthulhu. I got an Amon Amarth shirt. I got a book about old English poop. I got a book about gay guys and dying mothers. And I got a Bowser on a motorbike. Or on a motor car. Okay. So, bye!